All right, traders, and welcome to today's daily watch list. On today's watch list, I'm sorry, we have a couple of things brewing, right? Let's start by looking at the DXY, the US dollar currency index, as we always do. We are still very much bearish on the US dollar after last Friday's rejection candle. Price action or price in the DXY re-entered that. That midterm bearish structure. The downside is still capped by February 25th lows, but the US dollar has completely erased all of the gains from February 25th to March 30th, right? So all that month's worth of price action has been completely erased. And right now, like I said, the downside is being capped by that level. Now, after if bears or sellers, let's call them bears, are strong enough to break with that, with those lows, the next level I see for some kind of a support is the 89.20, which means that from current price action, if we go lower, we're talking about a 0.62% move to the downside, which is not that crazy at all, right? So let's see what happens. We continue to be very bearish on the US dollar, with our Euro USD longs very much in profits, as you already know. Our stops are at break even, and we will hold them, and it's pretty plausible, or the probabilities that the Euro USD is going to go higher to retest the previous week's highs at around the 122.65 is clearly real. So let's hold on to that trade. Let's talk about gold. Let's talk about gold. Gold is the kind of a hot market, as well as silver. That's why I'm still holding those silver longs, as you already know. Because I am expecting that big breakout. As you can see, my stops are now at break even, but I'm still holding them. I am looking for that breakout to the upside in silver. Actually, I already showed you yesterday that breakout that I was talking about. So calculated moves in gold. I'm looking for a continuation rally to at least the 129, 125. I'm sorry, to 126. On a calculated 161.8 move, right off the last leg down. So this is the calculated move. I haven't found an entry in gold just yet. Last Friday we did miss this opportunity because the actual breakout happened too late on a Friday, and I wasn't going to leave this much of a risk open over the weekend. But we continue to look for longs in gold, and once we hit these targets, or my targets to the upside, we are going to get that retest of these previous highs, or something like that. For the time being, there is no setup to go long in gold. That will be chasing the market, and that's something we really don't do here. Now, silver, I remain long in silver. Silver is a more choppier market, but it is the strongest of the two metals. So I'm still holding on to that. I'm waiting for to take some profits off the table. I'm waiting for that 28.60 level to get hit, and since we already cleared these previous highs, right? This big level has already been cleared. On the 4-hour chart, it doesn't seem that clear, but on the daily, it does seem very clear. Now, let's not forget that this daily candle is still printing, right? It's still printing. That daily candle is still printing. So definitely worth waiting to see what's going to happen here, and to see what's going to happen with the couple next 4-hour candles. But on the hourly, it looks pretty much like a break retest already happened. There was no setup to buy here, since the risk reward to targets was off. That was never going to be the case. If you're not long from the lows like I am, this should not be a market that risk to reward wise, right? You should be trading. Now, let's talk about the pound versus the yen and some pound. The pound versus the yen continues to retest these previous highs. I am still waiting for that break of the weekly pivot. I have my alerts on and the retest of these highs. This is the only place I would consider a buy on the pound versus the yen, and I would be very careful in the sense that if you look at the 4-hour chart, I'm sorry, this is 1-hour chart. If we look at the 4-hour chart, yeah, you can see that well, this market has been pushing towards that top of the structure, right? So a real retest of the 155 to 154.78 is the correct level to go long, in my opinion. So there's nothing to do here. I was looking at some other markets, the US dollar, Mexican peso, for some short opportunities, but I decided against it because we are still very much at the bottom of that move on a very choppy market. So, but if we talk about the US dollar, Canadian dollar, right? Again, I'm still waiting for that deep pullback, but because we are experiencing a lot of weakness out of the US dollar, it's very plausible that we are going to break these lows and not get that rally towards that 123 that I was looking in order for sales. I'm still going to be holding on to that trade idea, right? I'm seeing sales in play. I'm going to be holding on to that trade idea, and I'm definitely not going to be buying a breakout below, just because the next key level is very close to this one right here. Let me show you. It's super close to this one, and this is on the weekly chart. If we go back to the daily chart, and you can see that the next key level is really close to this one. So it's, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me to go short here. But I mean, we are profiting from our US dollar shorts in any case. The Aussie USD keeps trading. This is the daily chart. The Aussie USD keeps trading inside of that range, but it looks like it's going to be breaking out right now to the upside. Cool. So if it does, and if it breaks the previous week's highs, it's going to pretty much rally towards that 78.55 level. So let's have a look at what happens in the next couple of hours. Maybe we get a break retest for us to get a great risk to reward on this trade. That would be awesome, actually, to get a break of the previous week's highs and a retest here to get on a very nice risk to reward trade towards those highs around the 178.90. Let's wait on that one whilst we are still profiting from our Euro USD longs that just broke with today's highs and keep making higher highs. So yeah, this is today's daily watch list. We are going to keep on watching for some equities plays. Bitcoin and Ethereum, there's nothing to say in these markets actually, other than Ethereum did break with that bearish structures. So, but again, I will not be completely bullish in Ethereum until we break with that 29 level. Full transparency, I am in an Ethereum short at the moment, long at the moment. You should not be playing, chasing this trade, but it's very mild. It's a very mild position, and I am going to keep an eye on a possible pullback to that weekly pivot. If we break with these lows, I will close my position though. So I'll keep you guys posted on this, and yeah, on equities wise, there's not too much going on. Well, the DAX is about to break with that flat triangle we were talking about yesterday. And, all equities are pushing higher at the moment. So, I haven't seen any true setup on any equities. But, the DAX, this is the Footsie. And the Footsie was giving me, just look at that false breakout. Earlier in Sunday, I was telling you that the possibility of a short position here at the breakout, but I wasn't going to play the breakout because the possibilities of a false breakout were very high, because how much bullish pressure was at that level, and what happened is this. I mean, very weak bears got caught in that move, and now price is getting it's just moving up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that price for price to break with the 70.76 70.76 level or so to see if we can get on some longs breakout. To get on some longs on a nice risk to reward on that market, right? So yeah, don't forget to not share this link because it's for VIPs only.